Alright, ladies and gentlemen, Baron here, Defender of Stalingrad, and look at this, we have a bunch of enemy 109s incoming. There's a few right here as well. Quick pro tip: if you're playing as a Soviet pilot, you can select between two air spawn points. One is lower, one is higher. Naturally, you want the higher one, as getting altitude advantage over your enemy is crucial in most realistic battle engagements. You can see right here that if this guy continues to attempt to follow me, he'll simply lose a lot of energy and a lot of speed, and he will become vulnerable. And when they're vulnerable, you jump on them. That is... look at that guy over there. I can't be concerned with him. He's smart. Peeling off into the clouds right there. But looks like a 109 just shot down one of our Yak 1s, and our Yak 1s just shot down two of them. So we do have the advantage here. In a boom and zoom type situation, or where the guy's diving away, I feel like the 109s probably have an advantage. Anyway, I believe we bounced all of them except for that guy down. But I'm counting on the fact that 3 of them are already down, 2 of us could be down. I'm not entirely sure if some of these kills count as the AIs, because there are 18 AI Sturmoviks in this game mode, in this event rather. So some of these loops are to attempt to bleed off a lot of the speed I'm building up in this dive. It's one of the downsides. But we need to get some fighter kills. We need to get some of this glory here. I've been in plenty of battles where it's just like I bounce everyone down, I go down there and everyone's dead, or even in the case of the video, which I may show you after this, was simply the fact that all the all the Russians got slaughtered. Alright, so we're gonna go after Ufa here. He's getting 3 on 1. Make that 4. He's trying to land. Huh. We'll let him go. We're getting nicked by friendly fire there. And we got one ahead of ourselves. One up high. Yeah, he's the very last one. So there are some ground targets. In the number of times I've played this, like, the Russians can get 16 enemy fighter, or basically 16 Yaks, Yak 1Bs, and then the and then the Germans can get up to 11. So that's what we had right here, was 16 versus 11. And the Russians just mopped the floor. It's just, I've never been in a balanced one. And that's mostly, the numbers are balanced as much as they can be. But it's just pilot skill. You can't really do much about that. So here's our Sturmoviks. Let's fly through them. Let's get a good idea of what exactly is going on. We've only lost 1 at this point. But I've been in games where the Germans absolutely dominated, and I've been in a couple where the Russians did. This is the most dominant Russian performance I've played so far. So look at all these Sturmoviks. Flying in 2 main groups. Now they seem to have all kind of joined up together. So while that guy's chasing that one, there may be a few AA targets we could go after here. Medium tanks mixing up. This is what the Sturmoviks, some of the most renowned ground attack aircraft of the Second World War, are after. Anyway, if you haven't tried this, it is going to be up probably for the rest of the day. I'm gonna have this video. I'm not gonna put out as much because I want people to see this. This is fun stuff. It looks like all medium tanks over this rather big front. And we have that one lone 109 way back there. He's actually headed this way. Yes, so more enemy tanks. It would be cool. I would like to see one of these if, like, I would have flown an IL-2 if I could have. But, yep, he's shot down. This was just an absolute slaughter. And so people may say, oh, it's too easy, it's too hard. I've literally been on both ends of it, where my team got slaughtered, and now this one, where the enemy team got slaughtered. Here it looks like some, I think that was a Panzer III maybe, with a 50 mil. Couldn't get a close enough view. Anyway. Well, ladies and gentlemen, this is escorting the Sturmoviks. We only lost one. We did pretty damn well. Let's take a look at another one. Yeah, people are in the chat are talking about how they would love to fight something other than the 109s, because most of the German pilots, look at that, 2 109s peeling off to the right. I see you guys. You will not escape. A lot of 109s are just going straight in for the IL-2s. A couple 109s are trying to get altitude advantage. There's enough of us up here where we should be able to bounce them all down, and it looks like we all have altitude advantage. So we got all 109s, it looks like, so far, and there's one Mach-E C-202. 3 fighters in the back there. Now, generally, doctrine dictates that you would like to get air superiority over your opponent. I do not want to go heads up with this guy. He's going to start firing then. I'm not going to go heads up with a BF-109F because they likely have multiple cannons. My goal is to try to bounce them all down. I'm not going to be able to... This is going to be another head-on situation I'm going to have to avoid. Some 109s will start firing at like 1.2 away. But they're very unwieldy aircraft. They're not very good at turning. I'm not going for heads-up situations. That is putting a personal weakness of mine against the strength of theirs. My objective... Look at all this. 109's coming out of the woodwork everywhere. It's just to drop on them all. I have one more I need to push down. If Sun Harut here would stick to the code, bounce everyone down. Another head-on I need to avoid. See, look at all that cannon rounds. Took a little hit. Superficial hit, that's fine. Alright, now it's time to pursue them all. So Sebster here is trying to get air superiority at high altitudes. This guy's having a tough time. Genius here is not... Everyone... I gotta play the disciplined pilot. Everyone else is having fun getting mixed up in the fighter mess down there. And he should be able to zoom away from me relatively easy, especially in the dive. So now it's time to pick our target. We've done what we had to do. Let's see. A lot of the Germans are still alive. That's excellent news. And only one 109 up high here. So we gotta turn ourselves here. And we have no WEP. We gotta cover these Sturmoviks until they fly over the Volga. So let's see what happens. Hello, bamboos. Cannot really chat at this moment. Is anyone behind me? I don't wish to chase. I want to partake in some of the glory, so we're gonna drop and bag ourselves a 109. We're gonna get Mr. Yakov here. I remember flying into Missouri and like Branson, going to a sports camp way back in the day. There was this guy named Yakov, and he had that typical, you know, furry Russian hat. So the majority of the German pilots are alive, but I cannot find them. Cannot see them. There's one up there. There's one below me. We're gonna get old Yakov here, because he is messing our friends up. Out of the starting 18, we're down to 14. Make that 13 now. Yakov here is taking down, I believe it's 3. A lot of the 109s popping out. Building up speed, but we can't build up too much for fear of breaking wings. Just going past the terminal speed here. Looks like he just may have gone... dropping back into a loop here. So we're going to hit back on the throttle a bit. And then drop. Yeah, listen to that. It's just so much airspeed right now. Another 109 Sebster here coming in. I'm the only one over here of my friends. Just making it difficult to defend against all these 109Fs. Now I have a 109F on me. Nope. It's fortunate. Yeah, look at these Sturmoviks. They're like, gotta help us out, man. Sitting ducks. And I got 2 109s behind me on the minimap. Alright, we got one of them. Feeling pretty good about it. We have 10. We've lost 8 Sturmovik so far to the enemy Luftwaffe pilots here. Alright, so... wow. You guys, I'm the lone Russian survivor here. It's not looking good. We'll go heads up. We gotta leave the aircraft. Guys, we just couldn't do it. Couldn't do it. Probably shouldn't have gotten heads up, but we were only prolonging the inevitable. We'll see how we do again next time. Oh god.
Oh god. Oh snap. Oh, how are you not dead?
This isn't working. Calling artillery literally on my position.
Oh!
Now I gotta get out of there. I gotta get out of my own artillery.